Hi everyone, welcome back to the Define YouTube channel, where we create tools to help you navigate each day with purpose. If you're new here, we're so glad you found us, and if you're returning, welcome back. I host the One More Chapter Book Club on TikTok Live once a month, where we come together to discuss a new book. This month, we had the privilege of reading and meeting with the author of Hollywood Psycho, the Julie Simon story by Brittany Roth. And it's now time to add it into our book booklet. So what are we waiting for? Let's dive in. First, let's start with a rating. Out of 5 stars, I give this 5 stars. This was a novella, it was fast-paced, and it had me feeling all sorts of ways. Now we'll add in the title. We read Hollywood Psycho, the Julie Simon story. And this was an author spotlight, and the author of this, Brittany Roth, joined our discussion this month for the One More Chapter Book Club. For the genre, I asked Brittany to narrow it down to one specific genre, and if she could pick any, she would consider it a light thriller. Next, we're checking off which copy of the book we have, and so I read the physical format. And then for the dates started and finished, I read this on 2 of our 60-minute reading sprints on TikTok Live, and so I started the book June 3rd and finished it the following week on June 10th. Next, we're going to add in our own summary. So I wrote, Julie Simon moved to LA in 1993 to chase her Hollywood dreams, but quickly gets caught up in a toxic group of people. Things get out of control, culminating in a shocking moment that changes her life forever. Now, to narrow down the themes of this book, I focused on the manipulation and betrayal of friendships as the first theme, and the second is belonging and identity. The next prompt is going to be writing style. And for writing style, I liked that this was straightforward. It felt like you were watching a true crime documentary. A note I added in here as well was that Brittany actually told us that she tried dual POV at one point, but it wasn't the right fit. And then we have our favorite characters, and so I had 3. The first was Julie Simon, just because I did feel for her in certain parts of the book while also wanting to just shake her at times. And then the second is going to be the 2 side characters who are her best friends. These are going to be Jeffrey and Dawson. And so these were her first friends when she moved to Hollywood, and they always believed in her. Even after Julie abandoned them, they welcomed her back, and they were understanding and kind. And then we're going to discuss fantasy casting. And so we actually talked a lot about this during the book club, and it was hard to find the perfect casting using the current young actresses. But for Roxy, I picture Abigail Cohen. And then for Julie Simon, this one's a little trickier. I agree with the author's point that the best fit would be an unknown actress that could mimic Julie's story itself. Now, talking about our favorite scenes, there were a lot of intense moments in this book, but 2 scenes in particular that really shook me were the first being the initiation scene. That's when the tone of the story truly started to shift, and it made my jaw drop. And then the second was the night that Julie wakes up alone in her hotel room with no memory. I had to put the book down after that one. It was unsettling, it was raw, and a major turning point in her story. And from this book, I had one favorite quote, and that was, "If life was a poker game, she had the best face." And to give you a review, I found this story captivating. I couldn't put it down. Yes, it was fiction, but it felt so real, making it an incredible read. With the character development and shocking twists, I enjoyed every minute of reading this book. And the last question, would I recommend? Yes, but I would also suggest reading any trigger warnings just to be safe. Thanks for watching this overview of Hollywood Psycho by Brittany Roth. If you want more Hollywood Psycho, make sure to check out our recording of our One More Chapter book club. And be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for all things Define. And as always, keep navigating each day with purpose. Bye!